Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Poor Judgment. We are back. We are here on a late night fireside chat after we just witnessed two great games today in the NFL playoffs. How do we feel today, my boy Marcus?
Listen, one was a fantastic game. The other game was baffling. But
Which one was baffling? The Rams one?
Rams game, which we'll get to it a little bit later. I actually have this week, whatever, this podcast, I actually have 6 sound bites. I was able to find the perfect amount, an entire page of sound bites. Now, one of those is the one that I leave until we close it off. So I always have the one,
which is actually becoming my favorite part of our thing,
dude,
now.
that is my favorite. That's the first thing I find.
Is the ending.
Once we figure out our topic, I find the good ending, and then I'll work backwards. But the Rams game was, I'm speechless. As you can tell, I'm speechless. I don't understand it, but it goes with the theme of this year, right? Anything and everything will happen. Murphy's Law, baby.
Yeah, you are not wrong. So we're gonna dive into it, but as always, we welcome everybody to the channel. We welcome you here. This is probably the latest we've actually ever recorded, because usually we're like bright and early Saturday, 8 a.m. I thought when we were talking about when we were gonna do it, I was like, here we go. I'm gonna have to wake up at 7 a.m. in a daze. And you're like 9 p.m. I was like, say what?
I told the wife, I said, hey, listen, like, we've been conforming to the schedule that best fits like both of us, but listen, we're starting to turn into like major like degenerates here. We're drinking at 9 a.m.
I'm starting to look bad.
We can't do this anymore. Like, we have to have a normal episode, one where we have more than one drink, maybe, or it's okay to come into the podcast like me. I've had a couple drinks before this. And so now I'm going to
you did.
rolling cool throughout the entire podcast. I don't have to worry about just like one and done. Like, I'm almost forcing the drink down. Like, so.
Yeah, dude, there was times where I'm like, I know I'm all here for the cause, but there's nothing like 8 a.m. And I'm like, bro, am I really having a buzz ball at 8 a.m.? Like, why am I doing it?
Exactly.
I said, because I love the sport. I do it for the love of the sport. but then I know for sure my fiance is looking at me sideways like, wow, I'm really finna marry this alcoholic. Like, he can't even just lie on the podcast. He's gonna, because then it plays a double-edged sword, right? Because then if I lie on the podcast, she's like, oh, look, he lying out here.
Yeah, that's right.
But then if I'm drinking on the podcast and I do it, it's like, now he's a degenerate. So I don't win. I don't win either way.
It's a lose-lose, baby.
Right. So either way, we're gonna lose at least drunk.
Perfect. Exactly.
But as always, we welcome you all. As you can probably tell if you haven't listened to previous episodes, I probably sound a little sick right now. As always, your boy got coughed on at work. It's a great time. Dude, it just came on to me like Tuesday. So I was sitting there working. Next thing you know, I was like, my throat. It hurts a little bit. And I thought, okay, maybe I just didn't drink enough water, because I'd be drinking Diet Coke like it's water. And then like next thing you know, I was like, it's hurting a little bit to swallow, which has never been my problem before. So then the look.
Hey, yo, wait. Listen.
Hey, yo.
I know you went to college, and as Unc likes to say, everything in college is experimental, so it's okay.
Exactly.
But it's a little wild for you to put out there like that.
Hey, listen, Reno was a different time. Anyway,
$20 is $20, baby.
Right. It didn't matter when we didn't have no money to begin with. Bus fare had to get paid either way. So yeah, I'm over here sick. So I decided for today's episode, I'm gonna have a hot toddy. So I got that, a little bourbon in there. So just so we always stick with the tradition of getting a little drunk on there.
Little bourbon and tea for those of you who don't know what a hot toddy is.
Yeah, with a little lemon and a little honey. It's actually pretty fire, bro. And I had some of that Buffalo Trace in there. I was like, how much do I put in here? Bloop, 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 bloop. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Maybe a little bit more.
Just a dash more, just a shot.
Exactly 3 ounces. I actually brought the bottle down just in case I need a refill. We have a little Penelope bourbon barrel strength, just a little whiskey. Doing it over ice in my new favorite drinking glass for the dads.
Bro, that's cool. I
Right.
like that.
Great podcast. They were what's the not for is it for the boys? Bussin' with the boys. Right? Barstool Bussin' with the boys, guys. I can't believe I said his name before. He's one of the two main ex-football players. Anyways, he started off his own dad's podcast. He has his own merch, and it's all based on around being a dad. And so this is a little glass with a teddy bear with a cigar and a whiskey glass on
That's
it.
sick. That's cool. I like that. You know what? So spoiler alert for people, at some point soon we're gonna hopefully be going to video as well. Because Discord's our worst enemy ever.
Yes.
But right, as we had problems before we started this episode.
It's crazy, dude.
So,
Every week.
Right. It's wicked work, dude. Every week Discord's all like, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little chaos in there just see how it goes. So we need to get our own glasses. That way every time we pour a drink in there, we got a glass in there. I want to get a tall one and I want to get a shot one. Like, so we have like, if we have a straight on the rocks or get a tall one in case we have a beer, we can always,
Dude,
that way we're not doing product placement, bro.
yes, I agree. I think once we've like finalized the system we're going to go to and that we've finalized like video is up, snap by. Easy.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to do it. Or you like subscribe and send us money and we can help pay for it.
Let's open a Patreon with our all 7 listeners.
And our boy in Singapore.
Yeah, boy in Singapore, baby.
Which, by the way, if you saw on the Instagram, you now know that we were not kidding about Singapore. That boy is hooking us up right now. He's our second most listened country in the world.
Now,
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's what I want to say. Like, I still need to go in. I don't have... So we share access, right, to most of our stuff. And what ends up happening is one of us has to log in, but the passwords never truly get shared. And so everyone just redoes the password. So I don't have access to stuff. He doesn't have access to stuff. Like, so I can't go in there and see. I tried to see how many he listened to. Like, is it just one? Is it 2 or 3? Because if it's more than one, and let's say he's listened to a recent one, or she, or they, at this point, whatever. The fact that
you don't discriminate.
The person has not hit us up on social media at all. Like, hit us up. We need to know who you are.
Bruh, okay. I'm gonna try and say and not be racist, but do you really think they're even fully listening to what we're saying?
I don't know.
Probably. That's the thing. I don't know either.
And that's what I have to figure out is whether this person listened to one episode and it just so happens to be that the site that we use is prioritized that person over the other couple countries that have listened to like a minute or 2 of it that just logged it, right? I don't know. So if they've listened to more than one episode, which was probably one episode way back in the day, and it just prioritized that was the first person who listened to an episode outside of the country and logged that one first compared to like, because we had one from Brazil, like our number 3 most listened to country was Brazil, probably just one person, but just happened to listen after Singapore.
Now, in Singapore's defense, I will say this. I have seen that they've listened to numerous episodes.
More than one.
Yeah, more than one. They've been on numerous ones before.
Hit us up.
Hit your boys up. Let us know.
Any social media. Any of them.
We got Twitter, we got Facebook, we got Instagram.
We need to know who you are.
I just want to put you one episode on here to let people know that we allow this, that we are okay with this, that we accept this.
Listen, I just need to know who's listening, because if you've listened to numerous episodes, you've listened to more than my wife has.
Honestly, that's the sad part.
And so I need to know who you are, okay?
You're the 4th member of this podcast. I put my fiance 3rd because she's actually listened to every episode. And I put Singapore 4th.
Yeah.
With your wife probably about 6th because I give somebody in Germany a little bit
There's probably
more.
someone in Germany who's listened to a couple more, but
They're like, oh, Glutenheim. They're like, oh, these stupid Americans. So, Singapore, if you're listening, hit us up. We gave you a shout out on the Insta. You know what to do. Find our channel, like us, let us know, bro. You're welcome on this channel.
As you
We're
see,
gonna bring them, and then we're not gonna even know what they're talking about.
I don't care. Honestly, that'd be even better. That'd be great. That'd be great comedy for the podcast. But as you can see, we record at whatever time needs to be recorded. So if there's a time change difference, we'll drink at 9 a.m. We'll drink at 5 a.m. We'll drink at 9 p.m. We're about it.
Right. We're degenerate enough. We'll meet on your time, whatever time you have to go.
You tell us and we're there.
Exactly. You send us the time and we'll be there. And of course, we'll take a few minutes because we're both stupid. So we have to figure out the time difference from here in Singapore.
It will take us
like if you carry
more than a couple minutes.
Be like, if you carry the 3, just why are we doing math? Just Google it.
Yeah. AI, Chat GPT.
At what time do we need to be at 9 a.m. over there? All right. So on today's topic, we decided that we wanted to do our playoff brackets and then kind of talk about the affairs of the recent NFL, like, I guess, fires and hires kind of thing.
It's a general encompassment of the entire NFL at this point, right? Like, regular season's done. Postseason, we just watched the first 2 games. Like, cool, we're in it now. Like, this is where the magic starts happening. And when tomfoolery also happens throughout the entire rest of the NFL as we watch what has unfolded over the past 72 hours, I would say.
Less.
You know, there's been a bunch of stuff that happened that I was like, yep, knew it was coming. Yep, knew it's coming. And then there's a couple things that happened that you're like, holy shit. Like, so
yeah.
Long story short, we have another NFL recap.
Welcome to our NFL recap. Wait. How can I forget one other segment that's most important to us?
Go ahead. Yep.
I have to ask, did the wife listen to the podcast this week?
Perfect timing. Right about where we normally were before last week. No, absolutely not. She still has not. And we've talked about it multiple times this week. My mother even asked how the podcast was going today. Went over to dinner, watched the game with the folks. My mom's like, oh, hey, how's the podcast going? I said, funny enough, I'm recording tonight. She goes, oh, what was last week's topic? Blah, 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 blah. Wife don't have her out. Like, the only time the wife asks that is if she hears what I'm talking about in here in the kitchen back there. Or
and she's like, I gotta hear it later.
Yeah. Or if I ask her, like, hey, listen, here's the topic. I'm thinking between these two. Like, let me give you my rundown of which one I think is funnier. And then she'll know kind of where we're at. But no, she did not listen, nor will she listen. Like I said, until we fly somewhere, maybe she'll listen to one of them. But now she's missed so many at this point. It's a crapshoot of which one she's going to actually listen to. It's probably not going to be the one that she left off on. It's probably going to be the most recent one.
I just want to rat her out here for a second. And so I had texted her letting her know about, one, she was letting me know about your daughter's birthday.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, cool. And then we were talking about the new Luke Combs album coming out and the new song, which is fire.
Pretty good.
She proceeded to say, thanks for my honorable mention on the podcast. You're welcome for all your content, by the way.
She did say that to me earlier. Yes, she brought that up. She made sure to bring it up.
So nor did she not listen to us even shouting her out, but she just knew that we shouted her out and told us we were welcome.
Yes, I did tell her. I said, hey, David told me to tell you that you were honorable mention. And she goes,
oh, so you did tell her?
Yes.
Okay.
And she said, about damn time, and then just walked out of the room. And that was it. End of the conversation.
And somehow that's actually very accurate. He's not even exaggerating.
No, that's how she is.
At this point, we're gonna get merch. That's gonna just say Marcus's wife or something. And it's gonna be like hella attitude.
Yeah, exactly. We should.
All right. So do you want to do NFL predictions first of the your playoff bracket?
Listen, I think we recapped the past two games because they're obviously not in our bracket because the games are
Well,
done.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but I was gonna say I actually called both of them. Like I wanted the Bears to win, and I had the Rams winning, obviously, because the Panthers shouldn't have been there. But I will say it wasn't until that fourth quarter that I was like, dude, I might be wrong on this one.
Okay.
So let's start off with the Rams and Panthers.
Listen, I was not able to watch the first half of the game. Okay. Potty training the child has been an absolute nightmare. And it took away from the beginning of the game. So I honestly totally forgot about the beginning of the game. I probably could have threw it on the background, just threw my AirPod and listened to it. But when you texted me and were like, dude, this game, I was like, ooh, I need to make sure that I turn this on now. So I turn it on, right? Headphone in, walking around the house, turn it on. The fact that they are tied basically at halftime. I don't remember if it was exactly halftime, but basically at halftime they're tied. Is unreal. Okay.
Exactly. Against the Rams. That was okay.
The Rams are out here looking like the lambs. Okay. And for that, I shoot over
that locked and loaded
to Gordon Ramsay.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Listen, okay. I don't understand. The only thing that was brought up during the game that I was listening to and I could kind of see is Stafford did look like his hand was hurt. Okay. Even if Stafford's hand is hurt, okay, and you're not able to throw it to arguably one of the best wide receiver cores in the NFL, you still have a top 5, 6, definitely top 10, but top 5 probably running back.
I would say 10. Yeah, I don't think he's like, I think he's like a low 10. Like he's right at 10, maybe 9.
You think Kyrie's 10, 9?
Yeah, I can probably name about 8 or 9 other better running backs over him.
Bijan, McCaffrey,
Henry,
dude,
general.
I don't know. This season, this season.
Listen,
we're talking
it's
this
kind of
season.
like one okay-ish season for him.
I'm just saying.
Actually, he still ended up like I think 3rd in rushing yards this season.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think he ended up in 3rd because I think first was actually who's also on there, James Cook.
Yeah, dude,
Jonathan Taylor.
Wild.
Yeah, I did not know he's almost at 2,000, which is
wild.
crazy.
You would have never thought based on their standing, although I guess based on the scores of the game. So, okay, fine. Let's put top 10. Top 10, but you have one of the best offensive lines in the league. You have a great defense. Like the thing that I said when we were talking had to have been the case was it was the underdog syndrome. Right? The Panthers have nothing to lose. They are already counted out of this game. Everyone's like, hey, it's going to be a blowout. So what do? They come out and be like, hey, listen, dude, we're going to risk it. We're going to try to blitz a little bit more. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive on our one-on-one coverages. Like, we're just going to start throwing the ball. Give Bryce Young the ability to just kind of like pick and choose. Because screw it. No one thinks we're going to win. And the Panthers defense has never looked that good. Never. They looked good. And the Rams did not look the same, but they did not look bad. The Panthers just looked good.
Yeah, so as far as with that, so I saw the whole game from beginning to end. And the first half, I will say, my first thought was after like the first quarter, I said, okay, if the Panthers lose this game, it's because the Panthers let Bryce Young down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will say, he actually had some great passes. He made some great plays, but here was the number one problem. And I don't know if it's because their defense was just that good or the Panthers O-line is just that awful. That dude had no time to throw. He was throwing on the run every play. He was under pressure every play. And homeboy, I mean, there was like 3 times where I literally watched the defensive lineman run right past the O lineman and sack him. Like I saw one play, they did like a play action, and I think it was to like trick him. I saw two O linemen double team one guy and let the other one just run. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like Bryce Young put in his heart into that, and the Panthers, I said, let him down. Now, I will say this. I don't know if it was really the Panthers defense was just that much better, or if the Rams just started playing terribly the second half.
Maybe.
But I will say if it was defense, they did look a lot better the second half, because you're right. Like if you had told me that this game was going to be basically tied at half, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have been like, ain't no way. I said the Panthers, because in my opinion, the Panthers should not have been in this playoffs. This should have been the Buccaneers all day, every day. Not saying they would have gotten a better one, but I'm saying, I still think the Buccaneers would have worked harder and made it a closer match than it was, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a tight game there. I will say the defense on both sides kind of worked a little bit, but yeah, I'm shocked that game was as close as it was.
Yeah, no, I agree. Good for the Rams. Hopefully Stafford can go back. For me, honestly, hopefully Stafford's hurt, because a not healthy Rams team is better for the Niners, although we got a hell of a challenge this week, and we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be, yeah.
So
Yeah, on the side note, though, I will say Panthers, I do think that they're going to be good if they can focus on getting an O-line.
You pick up your number 1, 2, and 3, first round, second round, third round pick should be 2 offensive guards and a weak side tackle. That should be your 1, 2, and 3. You do that. You have the rookie wide receiver, whatever. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that dude is phenomenal.
Like, yeah, they're talking about giving him rookie of the year, which I was like, but what about Ibuka?
I don't know about that, but he is great. He is great. Like great pick. Hubbard's not my guy, but he is a guy. So
they still have Doidle too,
and Doidle's pretty good. Like you ramp up your running back core, but that's not your focus. Your focus this offseason, you protect Bryce, because he's now shown you that is your guy, that he can be your guy
and do it. Yeah, I agree.
So you protect him, and then maybe you grab, like, you have so many other like problem areas. Maybe you grab some like deep secondary guys for defense, like a safety, a corner, whatever. Just start working on it. But your number 1, 2, and 3 pick should 100% be offensive linemen.
Yeah. No, and I agree, because if they can fix that, they're going to be better. And I do agree, like, fix O-line first and then focus on trying to get like a cornerback or like a deep safety kind of thing. Because for sure the defense needed work, but the defense wasn't as bad. And that O-line, if they just did not let people walk in like they owed them money, it would be, at one point I thought they have to be gambling on this game. I said, there ain't no way. I said, ain't no way they're just letting this dude walk in. So yeah, I think the Panthers will actually be a threat next year if they can focus on getting their O-line together. So
yeah, cool.
All right.
Second game.
Now we got to talk about the real game.
Holy
the true game.
Bears and Packers. Now, if you were to look at Vegas odds, right? Anything around the 3-point margin, right? Give, take 3 points is basically Vegas saying like, could go either way. The fact that this was a 1.5 point spread means that Vegas was like, who knows? It switched from 1 point.
It could be anyone.
It went from the Packers. It went to the Bears. Listen, the Bears have historically been the Bears, and they have never looked good. They looked good. They didn't look great. I don't think they looked great. I think they looked good. You got to think, they looked good against a Packers team that does not look very good compared to their other historic teams. Like, you look at the Packers last year, I think they look better than this year. They are good this year. I think they look a little bit better last year. You look the year before that, the Packers like 2 years ago, dude, like when Love got hurt, if Love didn't get hurt, I think they make a run, like a good run. But you look at tonight's game and the Bears come in and they're down 21 points at half, something like that. 20 something points.
Like 21-6 or 3, something
and
like that. Yeah.
You come back and Caleb Williams says, I'm going to put the team on my back. And again, after again and again and again, all you do is you hear
Touchdown, Bears!
And you can't.
I'm surprised you even found that.
Right? I know. You can't stop the kid, dude. And I did not like Caleb Williams coming out of college. I do think that he was a good quarterback. I think that he had so much hype about him and around him that I was like, he's not going to live up to the hype. There's no way he could. Dude's living up to the hype.
Yeah.
He's taking a just over mediocre Bears team, and you're now going to your divisional championship. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So one, I will say this. I actually think the Packers are much better than I think you give them credit for. Mm-hmm. I think they just have a lot of young talent is what it is. Cause like all their players are like 2 or 3 years in. So they just don't have a lot of experience except for Jordan Love. Obviously he was 6 years deep. I think they were actually better from this year than last year, but I will say this. I do think that the Packers, I did have the Packers winning it all the way in the very beginning of the year. And then as the season went along, I kind of was like, I don't see it happening for them. So I will say they aren't as good as they could be. And I think that they're missing a lot of talent at this point, which is questionable as to why maybe the coach is leaving, but that's still in the air.
Yeah.
Now I will say this, the Bears, I was with you because when I first heard Caleb, I was like, he's talented, but he's cocky. And I hate that. I'm like, you can be cocky, but you better be good.
Yeah.
You better back it up. And that first season, he didn't back it up. Mm-hmm. I was like, it wasn't until the end of the season that he started backing it up. And I was like, okay, well, it's too late for that now. Dude has been backing it up all season long.
Yeah.
That dude has been crushing it. I missed him versus San Fran, but dude, you were giving me the highlights of it, and I saw the highlights later. Yeah. That was a shootout. That was straight crazy. And you're right. Like, they're kind of just, I actually think they have decent talent, but it's not like superstar talent. Like DJ Moore, maybe at one point, but even now he's kind of just mid.
Yeah.
And like, there's nobody on that team that you'd be like, oh, this is the goated player of the, like, no, they're just all mediocre.
There's one. Okay.
Is it Rome?
No, not even Rome.
Oh, I thought you could say Rome.
Loveland.
Yo,
their tight end.
He gets all that respect.
Their tight end is fantastic. I don't know what's in the water, right? The same thing that's in the water is breaking everyone's ACLs is the exact same thing that is making all these new tight ends that are coming out phenomenal.
Dude, him and Tyler Warren are phenomenal.
Warren. The backup tight end for San Francisco, Tua to whatever it is. And I don't know. I don't even know if he's a rookie. He might be. He might not be. I don't remember. I got to look it up. But
Brock Bowers sipped that water before anybody else.
Bowers was the start of the water. Like,
right. He mixed it with his finger and
he's like,
yeah, let me get a taste, little daddy.
I don't know what's going on with these tight ends, but Loveland is a dog. 109. Yeah. He had 109 receiving yards, no touchdowns. I didn't see the Bears' last touchdown. That was the only thing that I did not see because I was driving home. So I don't know who got it. But
I think he ended the game with like 130 something.
Dude.
And 0 touchdowns, but he did get that 2-point conversion. So,
unreal. Like that dude is the dog. But besides that, you have Swift. Kind of a has-been.
Yeah, he's definitely not the star running back. Yeah.
Never was. He had like 1 or 2 good seasons.
Yeah, with the Eagles, really.
right? And then you have Moore. Like, he had a decent career, nothing like glamorous, but he did pretty good.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, like he used to be he used to be the man back in Panthers, but since then he's kind of been struggling. I think Rome is very talented,
Yeah.
but I think that I don't think he's got enough. He was drafted the same year as Caleb, so they're both kind of just up and coming.
Yeah, and he
But, yeah.
is the guy where it's like he had no one else on the team, so he was always the number one guy. So he's got to go 100% of the time. Like, the dude gets no break, and so then that's why he gets injured. Like, or that's why he has no receptions, because he's just covered 100% of the time. You get a good defense who can actually cover him, and you're done. So
Yeah,
but
I agree.
The Bears are not my sleeper pick. We'll go through my sleeper pick when we go through the rest of them, but they are a team to watch. Like,
Yeah,
we've seen,
if it's any consolation, they're 11-6.
it's crazy. Again,
Right? Because
we've said, anything and everything will happen this season.
Yeah, because it's crazy just to think that no matter who moves on in the NFC, they have home field advantage. They're still the number 2 seed.
Yep.
And it's just crazy. Now, granted, some of that's not really based off of, certain things as you see, but it's just like, it's just crazy to see. And I saw a stat where they said that the last time that they made the playoffs was 2010. So it's been 15 years. I was like, dude, I was happy for them. Not just because my fiance is a Bears fan, but because like I'm actually happy to see an underdog brand new team that started from nothing just all of a sudden come here. And I want to give a huge shout out to that coach, because I think 100% of that a lot of that has to do with Ben Johnson helping them.
There's a portion of that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think him and Caleb have made this magic that I think that as long as the Bears can fund it, they're going to be good.
Yep.
I think they have a bright future ahead of them. So
I agree.
Yeah, that game was crazy. I was sitting on the edge of my seat the entire game. Towards the end, I was like, oh my God. At first, I was like, dude, I'm done with this game. This game sucks.
Listen, I'm not a Bears fan. I'm not. I enjoy rooting for them because I am a person who likes to root for underdogs. But when they hit that touchdown, dude, wife started bedtime with the kid. I yelled, touchdown, clapped my hands. She came out. She was like, oh my God, they got a touchdown. Like, she was kind of invested too. The little one came out. I grabbed the little one. I was like, Bears win. And I'm jumping up. And now my kid's yelling, Bears win. Bears win. Like, we're not a Bear house. We're not a Bear household.
She better be careful. They might be facing them next.
My daughter might be a Bears fan now for some reason.
Better be careful. San Fran's right around the corner.
I know.
But yeah, I'm actually I'm a believer of them this year. I don't think they're going to win it all based off of what I have, but I think they're going to be right there. I think they're going to be close.
I don't know about close. They lose next series. Doesn't matter who their opponent is, but I'm excited to see them go as far as they did. Like, that's my opinion.
I get it. I agree that they're just like the Lions last year when you were you wanted them to make it all the way, but you were okay if they just lost right there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. With that being said, let's start off with the last NFC team. It's your San Francisco 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
I want your unbiased feels about this.
My unbiased, honest opinion is that if we play anywhere near like we did last week, we lose 28-7, 28-6 if we play like last week. If we play like we played against who did we play before last week? Seattle was last week. The week before wasn't
it Chicago?
Maybe, yeah, it was Chicago. If we play like how we played against Chicago, just simply on like how we were defending, well, actually, our defense wasn't even that great, but our offense.
I was going to say, you guys, if it was a shootout.
If our offense plays like how we did then, we have a chance. We have a chance because I think our defense can do okay against their offense. It's up to our offense to beat their defense. They have a very, very stout defense. Their offense is decent, like pretty good. I think as long as our defense can hold them to, 50 they score 1 out of every 4 times. And I think we can score 2 out of every 4 times. So it's going to be very close. I think it is going to be not necessarily a shootout, but kind of a shootout, like a low scoring shootout. I have it going 28-21, and honestly, 28-21 either way. Like I can't give you an honest, like, I would love to say that my Niners are going to win. We are so like injured. We have third string, second string linemen starting to come back, like our first stringers. If Trent Williams comes back, that makes a big difference too. Although I don't know if he's coming back. I think they said he was. Cool.
They confirmed it.
That's that's a big one. If winners can
Ricky is in the air though.
And that's another thing. Like our wide receiver core is kind of just okay without a true number one. Jawan Jennings is not a number one wide receiver.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
He's not consistent enough. Like, we have a couple young guys. Our tight end core, dogs. But
yeah, Kittle's that boy.
Kittle's kind of fragile. Like, Kittle's getting up there.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, he's getting fragile. Our other backup, the second and third stringers, dude, those guys are pretty good. Like, once Kittle leaves, we're still set when it comes to tight end. So I'm not too worried about that. But it's just like, I think we're going to have to do a lot of 2 tight end sets in order for us to truly get there. But unbiased, I think it is a 21-28 shootout, and it can go either way.
But I need you to pick one. I'm doing your bracket, so I just need you to pick one.
I'm going to say Niners simply for the fact that they are the ones, they have to lose it, right? The Super Bowl is at their home stadium. Like, they have fought their way all the way through. They are the underdogs. Like, they're the ones who, in the metaphorical realm, have nothing to lose. It's going to go Niners 28-21.
Okay. I respect that. Yeah. I think for me, I actually don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be a low scoring game only because I hope, and I think this will determine the game 100%, is defense, which I agree with you. I think both sides have great offense. I think 49ers have a better offense, slightly better. They just don't have as many superstars like the Eagles do. Like, you go on the Eagles, you can name their 2 top wide receivers. You still have Saquon. You still have Jalen. They still have a mean O-line. But I think San Francisco also has a lot of offensive weapons. So I fully agree with that. I think it's 100% going to come down to whose defense will show up more. Because both of you guys have good defense. The Eagles and San Fran has a better defense. They both have good defenses, but it's apparent as to who shows up. Because I agree, like, you guys having a shootout with Chicago really should not have happened. Because San Fran is a much better defense than Chicago has. And the fact that you guys allowed them to score. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand, they're Chicago. Chicago's actually a second half team. For whatever reason, they don't show up until the second half of the game. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, they're here. But I'm going to also go with San Francisco, only because I have a feeling they're going to dig deep, they're going to find it, and they're going to beat the Eagles this time. But I do think that they're going to probably have the most uphill battle out of everyone in the playoffs. They're going to be the biggest uphill battle.
I agree.
I think they have a lot more to prove than everybody, and I think that they are right there, though. But I think for whatever reason tomorrow, I think San Francisco is going to show up. I think the Eagles have too much pressure on them, and their defense is not going to do as well against San Francisco. And, Christian McCaffrey's the GOAT, really. So
yeah.
Of the current NFL, I will say that. So, yeah, we both have San Fran going. Okay. Yes. So let me ask you this next one. Let's go to the AFC.
Cool.
First game up, Patriots versus Chargers. Who you got?
The Patriots, without a doubt, they are going to blow the Chargers out. It's going to be 35-17.
You think it's going to be that bad?
Easy.
Hey, that's crazy.
The Patriots, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I have this feeling about them. I don't know why I've kind of like it's just like the energy.
The Drake May effect. You can just call it what it is.
It's the energy that you this is an exciting team. Right? Like, Drake May is such a young guy, and he seems right, humble enough that you're like, dude, this guy could be a GOAT, right? When Tom Brady was there, it almost became the fuck you effect, right? Like, dude, you're too good. Like, fuck you. Like, stop.
Right, go sit. It was like Kobe when Kobe was in his prime of like 08, 09.
Yeah.
You're like,
stop.
Yeah, we
dude,
get it.
we
You're the
get
GOAT,
it.
but sit down, bro.
Go.
Yeah,
Like,
we get it.
Go to a shitty team and make him good, which he did, and won a Super
He
Bowl.
did it twice.
But like, it was that effect. Now you have a dude that you've kind of seen over the past couple of years work his way up, and you're like, oh, dude, like, I've seen this guy improve. Like, I'm excited for this guy to be here.
I agree.
So
yeah, especially when you think about the fact that like he was drafted like I think the third or fourth quarterback of his draft class.
He dropped.
Yeah, he dropped.
He was supposed to go first round, and I don't think he went till third. Was it not him?
No, I thought. No, you might be thinking of like Shador or something. No, Drake was like because he was the year that he was the same year as Caleb.
I'm gonna look this up real quick because there was a quarterback that like when.
Because I think that was the year that I had made the suggestion that the Falcons go for, and that was the year they ended up drafting Bijan.
Oh no, he did go third round or third overall, first round, third overall.
Yeah,
there was someone.
Yeah, because he was the same year as Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams.
I don't know. Maybe I don't remember.
He just didn't play
his
freshman year, is what. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of who might have fell because I know Shador fell a lot, but
Mac Jones.
That's probably deserved.
No, it was a white quarterback.
There was somebody else who was it. Will Levis?
Oh, you know what? It might be Will Levis. Maybe I'm thinking about Will.
Well, maybe he was before them.
I don't know.
Anyways, I don't remember. There was somebody.
There was you're right.
There was somebody.
But
that fell, yeah.
Anyways, regardless, he came out. He took a position where it was a lose-lose for him. Right? He was never going to live up to Tom Brady's shoes, and he wasn't going to start his first year for I can't remember who was in front of him, but whatever. He comes out now. Everyone's talking about how he's better than Tom.
Better than Tom? You've been hearing rumors?
I've heard that listen, I don't know. I don't follow them very much, but they say that this dude plays and reads plays like Tom, except for he can actually run.
That is true because Tom was
Tom looked like old man Jenkins at the age of 23.
He looked like me chasing the ice cream truck.
Tom and Eli Manning were both out here.
You saw time slow down when they were. You're like, what is you feel your back going out just watching them run. You're like, my God, man. But this is inhumane.
Chargers are good. Unfortunately, I just don't think that they have it. They made a good run for it. I think they're going to be very good next year. I think that you have your new head coach, the God-given man that he is, right?
Yeah.
And so I think you have everything you need for success. I think you have a guy who's going to set you up. I think you have a head coach that is now going to protect the quarterback that you have drafted and said, this is our guy. And he is. Like that dude is your dude. He may not be the best, but he's good. So I think that I look forward to what they see in the future. I just don't think right now, if I had not seen the games today, if you would have asked me 9 a.m. this morning, Super Bowl is Patriots Rams.
And now it's different?
Now, Patriots Seattle.
Oh, spoiler alert, bro. We didn't even get there yet.
It doesn't have to. I'm putting it before. Actually, it might change, but I'll call it now. Patriots unknown. Patriots are going all the way. I'll tell you that right now.
I will say the Patriots are extremely talented. I do think that they are the best AFC team. I'm surprised they're not, the only reason they're not number one is because I just think of the way they have it scheduled as to who they give to number one.
Yep.
In my opinion, I wouldn't have been surprised if the Patriots were number one. They deserve it. I think Drake May is the best quarterback hands down one of the best quarterbacks. There's only like one other quarterback to put over him, and he's on the Bills. And that's only because he's a slightly better runner. If we were talking about actual passing, just passing, I probably would actually go Drake May too. So I agree with a lot of what you said. I think the Patriots are going to do good, and I also have them moving on because I think the Chargers are talented, and I'm glad that this year, because the first year Harbaugh came back, they mostly ran, and it was kind of like, okay, it's like you guys still have Justin Herbert. You do realize that, right? And now they're doing a mixture of it, and their defense is good. So I think the Chargers have a future. I just think like if they were facing probably anyone else on here, I probably would pick them. But because they're going up against what I would consider one of the best AFC teams, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to win either. So
agreed.
All right. This one I'm really interested to see what you're going to say, because this was a team we both threw as one of the top 5 worst teams, and now they're seed number 3. Who do you got between Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills, who the Bills are ranked number 6? I would have thought they were 1 or 2, but now they're number 6.
Jacksonville is my sleeper. So I know
Interesting.
Jacksonville is my sleeper. I think that it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense for how good they are. I think that they've done some very good things in the offseason that no one has paid attention to because they weren't big, but they were big for them. And so I think they've bolstered themselves up both defensively and offensively enough that look at them now. Trevor Lawrence is an okay quarterback. I don't think that we've ever seen his true potential because their offensive line was such trash for so many years that you didn't give him time. And if you're not going to give him a running back who was a for sure, look at their running back ends up being our secondary running back.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's our backup now. Like that was your starter. And don't get me wrong, McCaffrey is top 5 running backs of the league. I get it, but Etienne Jr. was not your guy.
Wait, is he with San Francisco?
Right? It was their running back who's now our backup. I'm 99.9% sure.
I think you're confusing him with
I might be.
Robinson Jr. Of Washington.
We don't have Robinson Jr., do we?
Yeah, he wears number 8 on your team, I think. Or no, I don't think he wears 8 because I think that's what's his name's jersey. Yeah, Robinson. He was the one that got shot in the leg. You don't remember that?
No.
There's the running back that got shot in the leg, and everyone was like, "Oh, he ain't coming back." And
oh, you know what? Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
They still have ETN.
They do have Etienne. Yes, that's right. That's right. Whatever. Yes, yeah. But he went off for this season, which he never has
Yeah, he
before.
actually did really
that's
good.
Right.
Yeah, but normally he's pretty
right.
trash.
He's trash. Anyways, I still don't think he's your guy, even if he goes off this season. But I still don't think he's your guy.
I agree.
But they're the sleeper. Like
really, I'm surprised. Yeah,
out of everyone, because who else are you going to sit there and be like, yeah, they could possibly? You look at the Jags and you look at what they've done, and you're like, fuck, dude, maybe. Maybe.
You know, honestly,
it's just so crazy. It might work.
Right. I was just about to say, with how this has been going, you might as well take a gamble. What's the worst that can happen? You're proven right.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't know. I can't even tell you because I don't even know the last time I watched the Jacksonville game. I don't even know because I came in there just like we talked about in the previous cast. They're the worst team. They're going to be trash.
Yep.
And now they're number 3 and they're talented and also, I don't know. But
are they talented?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I know Trevor Lawrence has always been like an okay quarterback. I can't name anyone else on that team. The only other person I can think of is Jacoby Myers, and he just got there.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. That's literally all I can name. And Brian Thomas Jr., but he's been playing like dog poop this whole, so because of that, I actually have Buffalo winning that one.
Interesting. Okay.
I think Buffalo's going to dig down deep and they're going to push. I have a feeling Josh Allen wants it bad enough. I don't think he's going to make it after that. I think no matter, depending on it, because I'm going to tell you this. There's, with the way I have it set up, I'm pretty sure he's going to face the Patriots and they're going to decimate him. So, but I do think Josh Allen this game is going to dig deep and he's going to find it and he's going to win it. I think it's going to be very tight. Like I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game at all because I'm pretty sure Jacksonville has like a decent defense.
They do.
If I'm to guess, yeah. Which I think they're going to hold Josh Allen to a couple like 100 something yards and 1 touchdown. And maybe, and I think James Cook is going to have to carry it, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be very tight. I'm not like even 100% confident they're gonna win. I think that if Buffalo does, it's gonna be by the skin of their teeth. But I have them winning that one.
Jacksonville wins, and it is a 35-34 game. A field goal decides.
You think it's gonna be a shootout that?
It's gonna be a shootout because
Dang.
Buffalo's defense is so bad. Jacksonville's gonna run all over him, and that's gonna cause Allen and Cook to have to then shoot it out with them, which they will, because that's what he does. He digs deep. He like that dude's just a worker. It's going to be a shootout. Yeah. That, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a shootout. I don't see any other way of it working because Buffalo's defense is not good enough to hold back Jacksonville's offense. Even though it's not that great, but it's been doing good. So
yeah, it has been doing good, but I do agree with that. I don't think Buffalo has a good defense at all. I just don't think they're going to show up, in my opinion, but we'll see. Hey, because I'm going to tell you this. They ain't going to survive the next round. I promise you that.
No, they won't. No.
They won't survive. All right. Final game of the AFC. This one's going to be interesting. Steelers and Houston Texans, who I didn't even think were going to make the playoffs this year.
Honestly, this is one of those games where it's like, who do I want to win? Steelers. I want the Steelers to win. And it has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. Like,
right.
Okay, cool. But also he's becoming a drama queen. But
yeah, he is.
I just don't think either team's very talented. Like, the Steelers have a good defense. They've historically always had like a good defense. But besides that, like, you're looking at two teams that are just kind of And so they're both going to scrape by. I'm going to say that Texans win by the skin of their teeth, but it's not going to be an exciting game.
You have Texans winning.
I have Texans winning by a field goal, but I'm not excited about the game. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I will say I think this is going to be a game of the shittiest team for sure. Yeah, they're both just not good teams. Like, I want Pittsburgh to win as well, and that's actually who I have winning, only because I think Rodgers is just going to dig deep and find it in himself, but I don't think it's going to be like, it's going to be 100% come down to defenses, because Houston has a good defense. They've always had a good defense. They just started off very weak.
Yep.
Pittsburgh does have a good defense. It just depends on if TJ Watt plays or not.
Yep.
And because I think they just got rid of Ramsey too.
Good. If Watt plays, it goes from good to damn good. If Watt doesn't play, then it's just good.
Yeah, it's just mid.
Yeah,
like my sex life. So I'm just kidding. Anyway, support the divorce fund. Yeah, I have Pittsburgh winning only like you said. I think it's going to be by the skin of their teeth, only because I think Pittsburgh's going to win by like a little bit of a margin, like a field goal at best. Yep. I do agree with you though. I think this is probably my least exciting game.
Yeah,
and that says a lot because you still have Buffalo and Jacksonville. But that's only because I don't think I know enough about Jacksonville.
Yeah, I can agree there.
All right, so the next round, Seattle versus San Fran. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, Seattle versus San Fran. For your bracket.
Unfortunately, Seattle is such a strong team. The only thing that carries the Niners as my team through this is if we somehow, some way, the Lord has graced us himself and Warren comes back. And even then,
You gonna have Jesus holding that man's ACL
if we had him and Pearsall back, we have a chance.
and Bosa.
And you know what? Not even Bosa. Like if we have all three of those guys back, we win. Not easy, but we win.
Yeah.
Like we dominate at defense at that point, and we have an extra weapon at our offense, which is already doing pretty good. But Seattle's defense this year, I did not expect to be the way that they are, which is really good. Sam Darnold is the dog that we talked about before, and we've talked about personally the year before, like last season. Like Sam Darnold is just a good quarterback that no one believes in. But I will say, he does tend to choke in the postseason. And so
I agree. Yeah.
I'm going to say that Seattle is going to probably win. If I'm going to be unbiased, Seattle's going to win. Niners have a shot, though. Purdy has been here before and won. Darnold has been here before and lost. So, if we...
I'm out of stress. I'm just watching on your face.
Nah, I'm not stressed because I have already counted... Like, I've counted off San Francisco already. Once we did not...
Really?
Once we did not win against Seattle last week, I was like, okay, that's it. Like we had a good run. We put on a show. Like everyone was excited. After last week, we're done. We're hurt. Like it is what it is. This is the San Francisco team that I knew that was around here week 3, week 4. We did a lot better than I thought we were going to, which is good. We have got a lot of good young guys, is what I think it showed me this year. But Seattle is going to win unless Darnold chokes like he has in the past. That is the only thing that could save us. But I'm still going to put Seattle winning. It's going to be a very, 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 very tight margin, though. Like field goal or less. It could come down to a miss extra point.
I wish I had the struggle that you have of saying like, I really don't see my team lose. My team didn't even make the playoffs, so I can't even. You know how painful this is to just be like, yeah, I wish I could vote for my team too.
Yeah, it's tough, but I know, like I'm a realist. I pushed them through the second round with hopeful optimism, but I know.
Hey, like I said, they're gonna have I think the toughest challenge out of every team here. Because everyone else is kind of going up against somebody that's a way bigger, like a way heavier hitter, in my opinion. So you have Seattle winning.
Yeah.
I actually have San Fran winning.
Damn, really?
I think because they lost last week, they're gonna win this week. I think they're gonna be more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I think Seattle's not gonna come in with a different ballpark, like a different strategy. I think they're confident they're going to do it, and I bet you San Fran's going to have some doohickey stuff that Shanahan had stored. After he saw that, he's like, "All right, I'm going to see you in the playoffs and bet." Yeah, exactly, bet. And I bet you that they're gonna. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I definitely think it's going to be tight. Mm-hmm. Like I think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be a tight game. I think this is going to be a very high scoring game. But ultimately, I think San Fran's I think Brock is gonna do it for him.
I hope so.
I have a feeling Brock's gonna dig deep and they're gonna find it. And Christian wants it bad enough. I think they're gonna do it. So I actually have faith in your team on this one.
I hope so.
Which don't take my word for it, because I have faith in a lot of teams, and a lot of them didn't make it.
Look at the team you've chose to
I'm wearing the jersey as we speak. You're like, so if anything, start betting on Seattle.
Yeah, please, everyone in the house.
If you want your money, stage your house. All right. So I have Seattle. You have Seattle. I have San Fran. Mm-hmm. So now the next round is the Bears versus the Rams.
Listen, if Stafford is not injured from this last game, which is what I'm going to chalk this tight game to, is that Stafford was injured. He wasn't playing 100%. And so they were playing basically with just the running backs and whatever short 5-10 yard outs that they could do. If Stafford is healthy, that Rams offense and defense is the most experienced in all of the NFL. They have been to the playoffs the most time as of any team. Stafford is one of the most experienced quarterback in the league right now and the most winningest at this point. They should have no problem winning. They should have no problem. So Stafford is healthy. Rams win easy, no problem. It'll be a shootout in the second quarter, but Rams also tend to be, if I remember correctly, I've only seen a couple games. They tend to come out in the second quarter as well. So you could have 2 second quarter teams. Then again, I've only watched a couple Rams games, but from what I remember, the couple that I've seen, they've come out in the second quarter. So,
Yeah, I mean, the ones I've seen, they've been kind of solid for the most part. I do think they turn it up defensively, especially in the second half. Even though you look at that and after you see that Panthers game, you probably say the opposite.
yeah, but if Stafford's hurt, kind of explains it a little bit.
Yeah, which I could see. I agree with you. I think the Rams are going to do it as much as I want it to be the Bears. And let me tell you this. If the Bears beat the Rams, I'm gonna say this whole bracket's wrong and Bears are going all the way, bro. Because if the Bears somehow beat the Rams, they are gonna have an easier time beating everyone else, I think. But I don't think they're going to do it. I think the Rams are. I think that is 100% more defensively. I do think it's going to be a high scoring game in the second half. I think the first half you're going to probably see like 17-3.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of the game, you're probably going to see like 42 to like 36.
God damn. I don't yeah, okay.
The reason I say that is because tonight's game of the Bears showed me that they do not have defense.
Mm-hmm.
They are solid offensively, but defensively, they're not really there. Jordan Love was able to make deep throws on them. And the only reason they lost was because of time. Like if the Packers had 30 more seconds, they probably would have won that match.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they Bears could not stop them defensively.
Yep.
The Bears were just lucky that offensively they were able to keep up and pick up the pace at the end. But I think against the Rams are going to work them defensively. I think the Rams have a slightly better defense, and I think this is just an MVP year for Stafford. So I'm also going to take the Rams. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Bears do beat them because I would love to see that. There's nothing I'd love to see more than an underdog story. But I agree with you. I think the Rams are gonna take this one.
Yep.
All right. So for your bracket, the next round is going to be the Denver Broncos versus the Houston Texans.
Broncos, no question asked. I don't have to explain myself. Texans suck ass. Broncos. My boy Bo Nix is going to be Bo Nix is everything that you thought he was going to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Just everything you thought he was going to be.
He's just your typical white boy doing white boy stuff.
He is your Manning. A little awkward.
I agree.
Damn good football player. Not really fast, but he gets shit done. Country boy.
Yeah, he does enough. Yeah.
Country boy put a piece of wheat in his fucking mouth and put a cowboy hat on and let him do his shit. Broncos, let's ride.
Broncos, let's ride. You remember when Russell Wilson was all about
fucking
that?
Stupid.
Just to get kicked off the team 2 years later was crazy work. Well, and it's funny you say that because, I want to get that shirt. I meant to say so. I want to get that Baker Mayfield shirt where it says, "God forbid a white boy get a little motion."
Mm-hmm.
But now I want Bo Nix's face.
Yep.
Because Bo Nix just be doing hickory dickory stuff out here.
Yeah.
So I agree in that matchup. I agree. I think Houston is gonna get blown. They're gonna get they're gonna get clapped.
Absolute blowout.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and start an OnlyFans for him. Now, in my bracket, I have the Broncos versus the Bills. I'm still going to go with the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Only because they're better defensively. Because the Broncos defense, I think, can hold Josh Allen. And I don't think Josh Allen's going to score on them as much as we'd like to. I think offensively, the Bills are better. But I think if the Broncos bring out that defense, Now let me ask you, what do you think about that matchup?
Broncos win just a little bit harder than the Texans game, but they win easily.
Still easily, still clapping.
Easily. Not as high. Not as high, but still easily.
Still spitting, but not as bad.
Courtesy lick.
All right. Nice little reach around there. So now that leads me to your last AFC match.
Yep.
Which I think I already know the answer to this one, but Patriots versus Jaguars.
Patriots. I think this could go either way though. And this is why I think the Jags are my sleeper team, is that
you think it could go either way?
So I think the Patriots have everything that they need to defeat the Jags. I think the Jags are just sneaky enough that you don't understand why they're here, and you don't understand what they're doing. And so it's just enough mystery for them to like throw in something that they haven't done before. And you're like, what the fuck? And you haven't prepared for it. Like, they're the ones who'd be out here. The Jags are going to be out here doing the fumble-rooski kind of shit.
Just tossing it behind each other, throwing it sideways.
And so, do I think they have a great chance? No. The Patriots are Patriots should easily, single-handedly win every game on their side of the bracket, no problem. But for some reason, dude, I have this gut feeling that the Jags just have something in them to prove. And they're just like this sneaky team that you don't know how they got here, but they're here. And it looks like they're here to stay. So Patriots, but Patriots only by a few.
Okay.
3,
for a second there, I thought
6.
you were about to say Jaguars, bro. I saw it in your eyes.
Patriots by 3, maybe 6. But if Jags win, I'd be like, I told you, maybe.
Sleeper, I told
you.
Yeah, dude, that's tough. I'm just trying to think, like, if I was in your position, I'd almost pick Patriots too.
Easy.
But
it should be easy.
You're slowly convincing me of being a Jaguar believer. Because even though I had them losing to Buffalo, and obviously I think Patriots would dominate Buffalo, I don't know, bro. That's a tough one. That's a good matchup. That's going to be a good game if they do win. I almost want them to win just because I want to see this game.
That would be one of the most like exciting games to watch in the postseason. Not of the regular season. In the postseason, I think that is the like matchup that I'd be like, oh shit. I'm
oh, here we go.
This is it. Like I'm penciling out time in my day. I need 3 hours of uninterrupted just
you're like, wife, take the
kid, go do something. I don't care what you do.
In fact, don't come back unless you're bringing me food or beverage.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, that would be a great match. Yeah, that would be a really great match. Actually, I kind of hope that because I want to see that.
Yeah.
All right. So for my bracket, I have Patriots versus Steelers. I think it's an easy dub. Patriots all day. I think I don't even think this is going to be a tight match. I think Patriots blow them out, and then it's just chilling at home. And I think Rodgers is going to obviously do something crazy at the end, but I don't think it's going to be like, I don't think it's going to matter at the end of the day. And I think this is how Aaron Rodgers' career dies, just right there against the Patriots.
I hope so.
I think it's as easy as that. I don't think there's really. I was hoping mine was going to be Steelers versus Buffalo, because I'll be honest with you, I probably would have took Steelers over Buffalo.
Maybe.
I
That's a rough one.
But I'm also glad because I wouldn't have wanted our final bracket to be Steelers versus Patriots.
Oh yeah,
because that would have been an easy blowout right there.
Yep.
So we almost have the exact same bracket, except I have San Fran going up against LA. You have Seattle versus going up against LA. So let me ask you, who do you think is going to win Seattle versus LA? This is to go to the Super Bowl.
I think that you get into a position here and experience is key. And so based off of experience alone, they are both, if you look on paper, in my opinion, both defenses are very good. I think Seattle has a little bit of an upper hand on defense. You look at both offenses, they are very good. I think the Rams have just a little bit up on offense. And so I think experience is what's going to change it here. And Stafford's going to be able to keep his emotions under control. I don't think Darnold, if I remember correctly, I don't think Darnold's ever made it to the championship game.
Yeah, I don't
think so.
I can't even think of him even being in the playoffs, to be honest with you.
Did the Vikings, when he was there, not make the first round? I think they made
they did. No.
Maybe not. But
I think they made it to the playoffs, but I don't think they won because I think they were number one and then they lost.
I think so too. So I think that Rams by 10 just based on experience. And I can't tell you whether it's going to be 10-0. I can't tell you whether it's going to be, whatever, 11-10, which wouldn't necessarily make sense, 21-10. But I think the Rams win by 10 or 11 just based off experience alone.
So you think the Rams are going to beat Seattle?
I think the Rams will beat Seattle just based off experience. As long as Stafford is healthy. If Stafford is hurt, this whole bracket gets blown up. And,
absolutely.
And San Francisco actually has a chance because they see how weak the Rams are and they just have to come back and beat Seattle. I still think Seattle would make it, and obviously Seattle would be there. If the Rams are healthy, Stafford is healthy, the Rams are the team to beat. They should win the Super Bowl. You look everything on paper, the Rams have everything. They have a great defense. They have a great offense. They have a great coach. They have a great quarterback. There's nothing they are lacking.
Interesting. Well, you know what? Plot twist. This is where what's his name? This is the year Matthew Stafford retires, and what's it? Steven Benson, is that their third string quarterback? The one from Georgia who played until he was like 38.
I think so.
This is the year he ends up winning them the Super Bowl because Matthew Stafford went out.
Baby.
Well, Nick Foles, do you remember that, bro? That year that Nick Foles took the Eagles? You're like, bro, you didn't do nothing. This? Yeah, you didn't do nothing. You just did enough to win the game and won MVP, I think.
I think so too.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I think in that scenario, I do think I would agree with you that the Rams beat Seattle. I think it would be a very tight game, though, just because I do think the Rams are slightly more experienced, so I think they're more hungry for it. Don't get me wrong, JSN, talented as heck, but I think Rams want it more, and I think they have more weapons on their side with Devontae, Pookie Bear, Matthew Stafford, Kyrie, and I think so.
Yep.
All right. So for mine, I have Rams versus your boys, the Niners. I might be sipping on copium right now.
Yeah.
I might be a little drunk right now off the whiskey.
Yep.
I'm going to do a controversial pick and say San Francisco.
Damn. I would say that is pretty controversial.
I think San Francisco can beat LA. They did it before with their backups. I don't remember. Did they win the second time or did they lose the second time?
I think they went 1-1.
I thought they beat them both times.
They might have.
I don't remember though.
You keep going.
No, because then they won I don't think they did. They might have lost because I don't think that I think that's why LA's 5 and San Fran is 6. But I'm not sure. I think there's something we're forgetting here, Marcus, which is that San Fran was literally fighting for the number 1 seed. Don't get me wrong, LA was there at one point, but San Fran beat Seattle last match, they would be number 1. So I think we're sleeping on the fact that San Fran, I think, has the talent to do it.
Yeah.
And now that their whole team is pretty much healthy, except for, a couple defensive players, I think San Fran can do it, bro. I think that this is a good year for them. I think that, if if their beginning of their season showed us anything, it's that one, they don't give up, but also two, they do got that dog in them and they got the talent, bro, because their backups carried their team. So I actually am going to say I think Seattle beats Rams if it came down to it. Now, yeah. So I do think if it's Rams versus Seattle, it's Rams. If it's Rams versus 49ers, I think 49ers do it, bro.
Okay, let me show you or let me put this out there, okay?
Oh no, here we go. Here's the copium.
1,
that I was
2,
sipping.
3, 4, 5. It looks like week 5. The Niners beat the Rams in OT 26-23.
I watched that game. I remember that. That's when I was like, hey, these boys are not bad.
week 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Week 10, we play them. This is probably the most prime of all injuries, right? Everyone is out. 42-26. Rams win. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me. Did they just play once? They only played once. Okay, so against Seattle. Where's our first game against Seattle? Seattle first actual season game. Everyone is good to go. 17-13. We win. And then obviously we saw last week's, which was 13-3. We lost. So if that gives you any kind of confidence on your pick, listen, and Niners are my team. They are my team. And if they get to the championship, there is a point where Warner might be back. Bosa's gone. There's no way he's not coming back for the season. Warner might be. That's why you see that dude on the sideline. Bosa's up in the suite, right? Every time you see him, they put on he's up in the Nikes. Suite. Warner's on the field. And there's a reason for that, because he's still on the roster. Because there is a chance that if they get to the championship game, he might play. And that makes a difference.
It does.
It's not a huge difference, but your middle of your field / your blitzes are game changing now. You now have to lob it. You have to do those quick outs. You have to do those deep routes. Your middle of your field is locked down and your quarterback is scared because Warner is a dog. And even if Warner's not getting to your quarterback, guess what he just did? He pulled your offensive lineman off of one of our defensive linemen. But I thank you. Thank you for your pick. I appreciate it.
As a fan, I
appreciate it. As a realist, I don't know.
I don't know if you want to thank me just yet. Like I said, I've been known to pick losers, so
yeah, that's true.
But hey, I'm just saying, I believe in them. I think this is a good year for them. All right, so I think we both are gonna say the same thing on this one. But Broncos versus Patriots, who you got? Because we both have it on our brackets.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you this. This is my most exciting game. Jags versus Patriots, great game. Broncos versus Patriots, this is my game of the year.
Really? You think so?
Of the year. Fighting for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match. That's going to be a great match.
You have two young quarterbacks surrounded by great players, surrounded by both teams have a great defense.
I agree. Yep.
This is going to be a hell of a match. This is going to be your 10-7.
Preach.
Or your 13-10. This is going to be the game of the year if it gets here. And just by the hair of his chinny chin does the Lord and Savior Drake May bring the Patriots to see the light.
Hair on his chinny chin chin, baby.
Whatever little bit of hair that he has, Drake May pulls it out just barely. Just barely. If the Broncos win, unfortunately, the Rams and or Seattle and or the 49ers have an easy win, in my opinion. I don't think that the Broncos can hold up against any of those teams. Patriots
I
can't.
think they could hold up against Seattle. I don't think they could hold up against the Rams either.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be very tight if they did Seattle, but yeah. Full send. I agree. I do think this is going to be one of the best games in the postseason.
Yes.
Because they're both two of the greatest teams. Like you said, both young, hungry quarterbacks. Both of them surrounded about amazing talent and have amazing defenses. That's just going to be a great game. I will say that's going to be the best game of the postseason. And I agree with you. I think Patriots got it. I think Drake May is going to do it. And I agree. I think it's going to be by a sliver. I guarantee you it's going to come down to a field goal or like one extra point. Like the Patriots are going to go for like 2 instead of 1 instead of kicking it.
Yep.
And that's going to end up determining the game. I guarantee it's going to be something crazy like that because both of them are just so talented. So we both agree on Patriots making it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
It's funny that we both saw that the NFC West is just like easily going to take over the playoffs here.
Yeah.
Now, the real question, the final question, Rams versus Patriots, who wins the Super Bowl?
I'm not going to go like too in depth on this. It's what I've been harping the entire time. The postseason is all about experience. The Rams have the experience, barring that Stafford is healthy. Stafford is healthy. The Rams, again, on paper, have everything that they need. They have the experience. The Rams win. Drake May just crumbles under the pressure. And I'm not going to say that he's going to crumble, but he's going to make that mistake that matters. And that's what's going to change the game. Rams win by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
By Puka's dreads.
Yeah. The Rams win just barely, and it's simply based off experience as long as Stafford is healthy.
Interesting. So mine is San Fran versus Patriots. I actually have Patriots winning that one.
Yeah.
I think even though I agree with you on the experience, I think Drake May is just going to do it. Yep. I think if he can beat the Broncos, I think he can beat anyone else on the left side of the bracket. I think they can do it. I think they're going to do it. And I think this is Drake May's year. And then we're going to wish we had voted him MVP instead of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right, so all in all, you have Patriots versus Rams with the Rams winning, and I have 49ers versus Patriots with the Patriots winning. This will be exciting to see. This will be a good one. I'm excited to see it, man.
Okay, so that being said, we are brushing up on our longest podcast here. Okay, so
it's longer every time.
Honestly, it does. So I have, at least I did have the NFL coaches that have been fired. And so this is a segment I'm going to call You're Fired. Okay. So
You're Fired.
We have a couple of, I think it says 8 so far, 8, including the ones that were in mid-season. I'm going to go through a couple. I'm going to leave 2, one being a specific team for you. The rest of them, I'm just going to kind of fire through, and we'll talk about them in a second. Titans, Brian Callahan got fired kind of mid-season. Who cares? Titans suck. Makes sense. One that kind of broke my heart, the Giants. Brian.
Yeah, that sucked, yeah.
Brian, listen, unfortunately, you got caught in the circumstances of the worst. If you would have had a healthy Dart and a healthy Scattaboo, I think things would have changed. But
for sure, I agree.
Go on and prosper.
And Malik Neighbors.
Yes, and Malik Neighbors would have changed everything. Another, I didn't even know that this happened. Cardinals fired their head coach. Who cares?
Yeah, he was a loser anyways.
Ass. Cleveland Browns lost their quarterback.
That one shocked.
You were shocked?
I was shocked on Yeah, he was good. I liked him as a head coach.
Listen,
He turned that franchise around.
Browns are still
They just-
ass. Next. Listen, if we had more time, maybe we talk about it, but we're at almost an hour and a half. Browns next. Rams, how are you going to do Pete Carroll like that? You're going to only give him one season? Or excuse me, not Raiders.
Raiders.
Sorry, I said Rams. Raiders. How are you going to do Pete Carroll like that? Like,
I don't think that was his fault. I think that's just they just suck.
you
Like,
have
they
a
just need
shitty
more
team. You
talent.
have a shitty owner.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not his fault. Yeah.
okay. Unfortunately, Pete Carroll, although very old, maybe it is time for you to retire or go live in Florida.
Sit down.
Next. Now, this one, I honestly was surprised it didn't happen last season, although he is a fan favorite. The Dolphins got rid of Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm surprised it didn't happen last season. I mean,
So-
I get it. People love him, but yeah.
Listen, dude can blow, circle, vape, whatever, like young guy.
Hit a jewel pod.
Listen, unfortunately, I don't think that dude's going to coach anywhere else. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
I don't
any
think
other
he's gonna
team.
coach, yeah.
The only other team that might pick him up just because of his vibe is maybe the Raiders, but he would be there again for another season or two and then he'd be gone. So, unfortunately, I think his time is done. Now, I know, unfortunately, you think that your team is the number one that we need to talk about, but it's not. So I'm going to put it as number 2. Okay. I know it's near and
Okay.
dear to your heart. So, as we all have
I guess
heard,
yeah.
unfortunately, and
Yep.
fortunately, actually, your Atlanta Falcons has basically cleaned house.
Yeah.
GM,
Well, yeah. On the GM, president, and head coach
everyone
all gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Great.
I agree. Yeah.
Good for you. So, my hot fire question, which is not going to be at the end of the year, or the end of the session, it's going to be now. Who do you want?
If I'll be honest,
Okay.
in a perfect world,
Yep.
I want the Browns' former head coach, Kevin
Stefanski or whatever.
Stefanski, yeah. With Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator.
Ooh, I did not even think about that.
Think about that, because I agree with you. I don't think he's going to head coach anymore, but I guarantee you someone's going to pick him up as an offensive coordinator.
I did not even think about that.
Because him, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, all were students under one head coach of the 49ers,
Mhm.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yep.
And all 4 of them, or 3 of the 4 of them, used to be under the Atlanta Falcons back in our 2016 Super Bowl run. So in a perfect world, I want that. If not those two, because somebody else asked me this earlier today. If not those two, there was somebody else I was like, oh, I would love to have. Oh, honestly, bring back Mike McCarthy.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Because Mike McCarthy's still out there looking.
He is.
Apparently, he talked to the Giants too. But I like Mike
Interesting.
McCarthy. I thought he made Dallas good, and I loved his West Coast offense. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay.
So, in a perfect world, I would have one of those two.
Last question, last continuation of the hot fire question. Bill Belichick comes up and was like, I would love to coach for the Atlanta Falcons. And they say, hey, David, you get to make this decision. Do you take Bill Belichick as your head coach?
No.
No.
I don't think Bill Belichick, because I don't even know how UNC is doing right now. So, and I think UNC is a prime.
Terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Because the 2 things I heard about UNC, they were getting blown out.
Yeah.
Getting back cracks over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good off of it. I think that Mike McCarthy, Jim Harbaugh, all of those people are. Sorry, I hope I didn't just spoil that for you. I think they are much more talented, much more organized, and I think that they deserve a shot better than Bill Belichick.
Okay.
So it's a hard pass for me.
So we now go to the last and final portion, and this is ridiculous, and therefore it has its own sound clip.
Are you dumb,
Exactly.
stupid, or dumb?
The Ravens have solidified themselves as the
As the
2025 worst team all around in decision making, period.
Mm-hmm.
You play like ass and you get rid of probably, in my opinion, number 1, maybe 2 best head coaches in all of the NFL right now. The only other people that I would make an argument, and it has nothing, like, I'm a huge Niners fan, but I loved what he did for the Falcons. Shanahan,
I agree.
and maybe not from this year, but from other years. What's the Steelers coach's name?
Oh, Tom. It's right there on the tip of my tongue,
Anyways,
but I'll look it up while you're saying it.
The Steelers coach. Because you have now taken 2 coaches that were able to take teams and make them competitive for multiple years.
Mike Tomlin, by the way.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
You have made them your team is now competitive for multiple years. No matter who you have or what team you have, they have been able to coach the people that you give them and at least make the playoffs or damn near close, right? You now look, and I had the number up. I didn't keep it here, but you got rid of John Harbaugh, who is one of the top, easily 5, probably top 3 coaches in the NFL right now, just because you have a locker full of players that want to blame someone for their problem.
Exactly. Yep. I agree.
You have an owner and a GM who is listening to Lamar, Zay Flowers. I don't know about Derrick Henry. I feel like that dude's an OG enough to be like, hey, listen, dude, I put my head down and I run. But then again,
just give me the ball and tell me to run.
What do I know?
Right.
You have enough players in there that you're going to listen to talk out of who is better. That's what you need to ask yourself. If I fire Harbaugh, who is better?
Exactly.
You have 2 answers, and neither of them are getting fired this year. And so the only place you're going to go is down. And you know what? If you've listened to the past couple episodes, I hope it does. Because fuck the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this right now, 2026 award show, someone's getting a special award. And it's going to be a sneak peek coming soon. No, I'll just be brief on it, which is that I totally agree. I think John Harbaugh is easily the second or third best coach. And the only coach I, number 1, put above him is Kyle Shanahan. And I can see the arguments for Mike Tomlin. So it's 1 or 2, it's either 2 or 3 for me. John Harbaugh, terrific coach, made the Ravens great, deserves all the praise. I think the Ravens are the stupidest people I've ever seen in my life to get rid of John Harbaugh, your coach, all because Lamar Jackson had a terrible season, or because Derrick Henry had an okay season, or because Zay Flowers didn't do great. That 100% the reason the Ravens are not in the Super or in the playoffs is 100% because every single one of them played terribly on the team. It had nothing to do with coaching. Their coaching was excellent. They just had a terrible season, and they should learn better, because what do we always say? Because what's going to happen next year when Lamar Jackson, let's say, gets close to the playoffs? He's going to do what he always does, chokes.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Lamar Jackson deserves MVP status, but he's a choker. At the end of the day, he chokes. Derrick Henry's old. He's going to have to sit down at some point. And now I don't even know what to say about them, because now I don't even know. They were crushing it seasons before. They had one bad season, and their first reaction is fire John Harbaugh, which makes no sense. And if any team is lucky and they're looking for a head coach, he will easily get picked up first. I bet you he's the first head coach that gets picked up.
Oh, I hope he goes to the Giants.
Bro. And you know, it's funny you say that, because Trump actually said that. He actually went on there and said, I hope John Harbaugh gets the Giants.
I hope he goes
I was
to
like,
the
yo,
Giants.
you got to do it now.
Listen, you have Harbaugh, Scadaboo, Dart. You now have a coach who knows how to draft and who he needs to surround his players with. Dude.
I agree. Hey, listen, I'd be okay if the Falcons take him too. Give him over here. But you know what? I like the idea of the Giants too. I think if he goes to the Giants, they're gonna be my favorite team to watch next year. I promise you.
Whoever picks him up, as long as the administrative room allows him to do what he needs to do for his team, to create his team, they allow him to pick the draft picks and all that kind of stuff. Golden. Doesn't matter who it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
The only other person is maybe the Dolphins, and that's only because you have no second stringers.
Yeah.
Like
you have no talent.
You have no talent there. That is a 3-year rebuild that you're gonna have to pick up. Like, cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Giants are on the up. Falcons are on the up. Like, I think anywhere else, maybe not the Cardinals, but they also have enough people that you could possibly maybe. But besides that, like, I mean, I'm looking here. Vegas, no. Browns, maybe. Like that.
I think Browns would be okay. I just don't think it's my favorite.
No. Giants, Falcons, and I would say Browns would be my top 3 to see him go to. But
yeah,
who knows?
I agree. Giants, Falcons, and then Browns. I agree with all of those. So yeah, tragedy of the year, John Harbaugh. You deserve better. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this on a sad note. As always, we thank you for joining us here on Poor Judgment. As always, like, subscribe, follow the channel, leave your comments on who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, leave your brackets. If you're our boy in Singapore or woman in Singapore, hit us up. We're trying to bring you on.
Please.
We're trying to link you up.
One time, real quick, okay?
Just one time. Any time or place, you let us know. We'll hook you up. And on that note, we'll see you next time. Marcus, take us away.
Bears eat beets. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.